Hello and welcome back with me, Admiral, joining me back on Star Trek Fleet Command. So this is going to be the next episode in the series of Patch 25 notes. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Don't forget to keep smashing that subscribe button to get us to 500 subscribers by Christmas, by the end of the year, which is 23 days away. So the next topic, or the next area we're going to discuss in terms of the new patch, we've talked about ships, we talked about officers. So the next zone we're going to go over to what the packs are and events. So the packs themselves, you're going to be able to get obviously the normal elite pass, which is the £92 version. If you're obviously me, if you're Android, it's £92. If you're Apple, I believe it's 99. If you're in the UK, that is. And obviously you're going to be obviously different depending on where you are in the world. But what you get in them is you get 25 plus 40 Lorca tokens, and you get a bunch of other stuff as well, which is kind of nice. It's quite expensive though, so just bear that in mind. There is an option to get the smaller pack though, which is probably the one I'm going to opt for if I can obviously afford it. So probably going to opt for that one if I can afford it. You can get the sarcophagus. You get 27 blueprints in that if you want to obviously try and rush to get that, which I imagine people will want to rush to get it. And then you got the tokens themselves. So we're going to come on to the tokens in just a second. But yeah, you get the tokens themselves. I'll show you where you can use these tokens. They're all different prices. I'm not going to go into the packs for them, but you get the gist. In terms of the tokens, so let's go to the events. So the events today were these two events. So you had the Separatist Hunt, which is obviously for the Battle Pass itself. The Battle Pass is exactly the same as the last Battle Pass. With a few tweaks, you're now going to be able to get Duranium. That Duranium is, I'm going to imagine, is to use to, yeah, as it says there, you're going to get this to upgrade the sarcophagus. And you acquire it through the territory capture store as well. So that is something that you're going to need for the sarcophagus. So start stockpiling some of that for when you do get the sarcophagus. If you do have the elite, so you get quite a bit, you get quite a few shards of officers quite early on, and then as you work your way up, you start getting blueprints for the sarcophagus itself. I've worked out you get 41. Is it 41? Yeah, I think it was 40. What is it? 14, 17. So that's 31 plus you get 10 in here, I believe. Not that one. 10 in this one. Yeah. So you get 41 shard blueprints for the sarcophagus just from doing, if you have both elite and free. And by completing your event, you get 41 blueprints, which is pretty nice. You also get loads of shards everywhere. So you get 10 there, you get 5 there. This is of Lorca, obviously. And then you get some of the start as well, which is all nice to see. You get some of Emperor Giorgio, and you do get some, as you can see, in which one's it in? You get some of Captain Tilly as well, which is all lovely. So that's what you get in the Battle Pass. So it's the usual stuff. So do your dailies to get the Battle Pass. Today's with the Separatist Hunt, and then you have this other one as well, which is Rise of the Sarcophagus, SMS. So this one, which is today's event, was just hostile hunting. So you just hit some hostiles or spend materials, depending on which one you could do the best. And what you get is you get these tokens, you get Terran Imperial credits, and you also get 7 blueprints for the sarcophagus if you get to complete it. So that's what I've got today, plus all of the different tokens. Going to the tokens, so if you go to the event store, the first one would have got you about 28,500 if you're my level. That might differ depending on your op level, so just bear that in mind. And there's absolutely a butt ton of stuff in here. Let me just scroll through just to show you what I mean. There's so much stuff in this store, it is unbelievable. They're literally offering everything from frames to obviously icons themselves. These icons I don't recommend getting because, well, that one's quite cheap. I don't know why that one's so much cheaper than the others. That one's 45. Yeah, ridiculously expensive, some of these. That one must be cheaper because I've already got it. Yeah, that's probably the only reason, because I've already got it. But yeah, there's so much stuff. Then you got ship XP. You got the different parts themselves, ranging from survey all the way to battleship. You got the 2 missions if you missed out on them last time. This was from a fair few arcs ago. I do believe these are from then, and they brought them back in case you missed them, I believe. I remember seeing these last time. I don't believe these are brand spanking new for this arc. I think they are from the last one. And then you get the usual stuff. You got all the different token packs. You got the resources. You got the different uncommons. Then you come to the officer shards, and you can get literally every single discovery officer you can think of. So you can obviously bolster that. You can get all the blueprints. These won't all be available for everyone. Depends obviously where you are in terms of your reputation for that faction. So I've got my Romulans and Federation locked out, which is why I can see both Augur and Enterprise stuff. So just bear that in mind. Again, they are relatively expensive. So the Augurs are 21.2k per 1 blueprint. So just bear that in mind. They are really expensive. But some stuff is pretty decent. So the Stellar's not too bad, 3,800, and you get 5 shards. So if you do want a second Stellar to make it easier for your Stellar stuff, especially if one to upgrade and then one to just keep scrapping, which is I know that's what a lot of people do, so that's not a bad one to be able to get. And then you got like nano probes, for example, really expensive, and you don't get that much, so don't get something like that. For example, you can get the Vidar, you get 5 shard blueprints for that if you're still missing out on the Vidar, which is really good to see. A Devore, again, you only get 1 for that one, so just bear that in mind, but they are quite cheap, so again, you'll be able to get a fair few of them. Limited to 60 though, so hopefully you've already got 60 from somewhere. Spore drives, which is what I was looking at to potentially upgrade the Discovery even more. Don't do it because it's really freaking expensive. 5,900 for only 200. It's definitely not worth doing, so I recommend it definitely against that. Don't do it. And then just a few other stuff. You can get the Discovery if you haven't already got so, and you can get the Botany Bay if you haven't, and the Franklin. Again, you are limited to a certain number, which is normally half the amount you need to actually have the ship. So hopefully you've got the other half from somewhere else, and you can obviously get frequency modulators. Again, don't get these either, not worth it. I'm just telling you stuff that's not worth it at the moment. There's a few more events as well. Obviously, you got this is the usual one. No, didn't want to click you. So you got the usual one with this and the missions. So all you're going to do is you're going to work through the missions as and when they come, and you'll get new stuff essentially. So every time you do one of them, you get 1 point. Every time you do one of them, you get 1 point, and it'll add up all the way up to 20 points. There's only 2 trees you can go down this time for the actual arc missions, which is these 2, Cornered Animal and Redux, however you say that. But yeah, they're the only 2 that you can get this time, unless you get the ones from obviously the store. Other than that, that is going to be it for this episode. Hope that information was useful to you, and if it is, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and don't forget to support the channel by hitting that subscribe button, and make sure to hit the bell notification to tell you when I post a new video. Other than that, I'll see you next time, and bye bye for now.